Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tech. Today we're talking about WWE 2K18 coming to the PC, everything you need to know, specs and whatnot. So jumping here, we can see that it is coming October 17th. Now, rewind a little bit, if you're getting it on console, such as the Xbox One and PS4 next-gen consoles only, yes, it's current gen though by now, but you are able to get it 4 days early if you get the Digital Deluxe or the Cena Enough Edition. Of course, on the PC, there's not going to be a Cena Enough edition because it's going to be a physical. I can't speak. It's a physical edition, and if you get it on the PC for a Digital Deluxe, though, you're not going to be able to play a couple days early, which is a bit of a bummer. But if we scroll down a little bit here, you can see that even though you can't get the Cena Enough edition and the Deluxe edition a couple days early, the people who do get the standard edition will be able to play as Kurt Angle instantly. So even if you wait a couple days, you'll still get Kurt Angle, which is pretty good. Of course, you get all the normal stuff for the deluxe edition. You get your boy Lars Sullivan for one of the people of DLC. Also, so let's talk about the specs a little bit. So, because of course the deluxe edition really isn't going to change too much from the console version. Let's talk a bit about the specs. So the minimum here is, of course, operating system. You gotta have at least Windows 7, be up to date. So nothing really for Mac users or Linux users. Sorry for that at the moment. Processor, at least an Intel Core i5, or if you're like me, run AMD FX 8150. So it looks like processor is going to be a little bit more heavy than the graphics card, which we'll get to in a second. Memory, 4 gigabytes RAM. I always tell people at least have 4 gigabytes RAM in your computer at all times, laptop, desktop, whatever. Graphics card, GeForce GTX 670 or Radeon HD 7850. Definitely on the lower end. Definitely now they're getting into definitely 1060s, 1070s, 1080s Ti's, Titans, all that, and so that's definitely much on the lower end for graphics. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to look if you're gonna have to be playing the game with no audience at all, or if they kind of just got it fixed and hopefully there's no bugs on day one. But who knows? It is coming out the same day as console. So I really hope it's a nice PC port. But in the end, they always fix it up and clean it up. And it is really nice, especially because the perk about getting it on PC is the modding support. Getting the characters from past games on here. So, of course, DirectX version 11, it takes care of that for yourself. Big thing here, it's going to eat up a chunk of 50 gigabytes on your hard drive, and that is for minimum and recommended. Of course, we don't know much about if there's going to be a way to with Fire Pro Wrestling. For people that play that, you have unlimited call slots. Haven't really heard too much about the call slots on PC, if there's going to be a workaround or not, and how much memory that's going to eat up for downloading people. Of course, sound card, don't worry about that. And additional notes is at least 2 gigabytes of DDR video memory, which coincides with your graphics card. So down here at the recommended, if you want it to look beautiful, even better than console, you're going to need a much better processor, an i7-3870 or an AMD FX 8350. You're going to be boosting that up a lot. Memory card's going to get boosted up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. The graphics card, of course, is going to get bumped up to GeForce GTX 970 or Radeon R9 290X. So you're going to be golden here if you got a good graphics card and a good processor. Even if you're kind of lacking on the graphics card, you should be good, but it's really just having a great processor. And most pre-built computers now tend to go more on the processor side than the graphics card side, I will say that. So you should be golden for people who are kind of worried. But if you're really worried and you want to make sure before you dump down the 80 bucks or 90 bucks, I say, sorry, or 60 bucks, then go to System Requirements Lab. You can see it right here. It's not updated at the moment. Give it probably a few hours from this video, a few minutes, and we'll see that it will be updated. You go to type in this little box, you put WWE 2K18, it will tell you if you have the minimum or the recommended. It will give you a little thumbs up, a little check box, or thumbs down, a little X, red X, or whatnot, and it will also tell you what you're lacking here. So for instance, on WWE 2K17, it's yelling at me, it's like, hey, you can't run this. I can though, so don't always believe this, because I run it perfectly at 60 FPS, but it'll yell at you and it'll be like, you don't have the recommended. So here it will be like, I don't have an Intel processor, but I have the AMD, which is still pretty good. But this will give you a clear look at, hey, I might have a little bit of problems here if it's not fully supported. Of course, make sure all your drivers are up to date and whatnot. And for more 2K news and more 2K gameplay as it comes out on day one for the PC at least, follow me, guys. Until then, keep it safe.